of Genesis 17 to 11. The Bible says, please, I'd like you to pay attention. And I'd like you to listen very well. This will help someone. This will help somebody here. It will help somebody's life. Genesis 17, 7 to 11. Just 4 or 5 verses. That's a bit long, but manage me like that. The Bible says, and I will establish my covenants between me and thee. That's you. God is speaking to Abraham here. So please, I'd like you to pay attention. And you will see how it concerns you, how it concerns me, how it concerns us as believers. I will establish. Establishment. Is it easy to demolish, to scatter an establishment? No, you can't. Every nation, sovereign nation, is an establishment. Every nation cannot do without certain ministries. For example, Ministry of Defense. There's no nation you enter into. Even in heaven, defense is there. Ministry of Information is also in heaven and is here on earth. And in every nation, you have this ministry. That is an establishment. In other words, no matter how bad a system is, there must be Ministry of Defense, if you like, call it Department of Defense, as the case may be. And there must be another department called Department or Ministry of Information. No matter how broke a system is, you cannot write off these two establishments because they are first of all established in heaven. No matter how you talk against it, child of God, there's one establishment in heaven, if you like, call it institution. It is called the institution of marriage. Whether you like call it a scam, or you call it real, or you say you like it or you don't like it, it is an establishment, marriage, and no power, no man, even the devil cannot stop it. Child of God. And so God said, I am going to establish my covenants. There's one other striking department or ministry that you have in heaven that is obtainable in every sovereign nation as well. And that is the ministry of finance. You see, these 4 ministries I just mentioned, let me remove marriage. These 3 ministries, no matter what you want have to say, you like it, you don't like it, these 3 ministries, amidst others, cannot be pushed aside. In every nation, you must find these 3 ministries. No matter how poor a state is, no matter how poor a nation is, you must find Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Information. And this makes it an establishment because it was first of all established in heaven. So God said to Abraham, I will establish my covenant. In other words, you like to believe what the Bible says about covenant curses or not, it doesn't change the fact that these things exist. You like the fact that we are talking about money, prosperity or not, it doesn't change the fact that God says, I will bless you and I will give you correct tripartite blessing, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. It doesn't stop the fact that you need me as your pastor to download information from heaven and deliver to you. Whether you like the information I'm giving to you, as long as your spirit is here and you are ready to receive the word of life, which will lead unto your salvation, freedom, deliverance, and next level. You got no choice, because my objective as a pastor is to download information. That is what we call prophetic word of knowledge, words of wisdom, and words of prophecy. So when we come, we deliver God's counsel to you. Child of God, God said to Abraham, I will establish you, Abraham, and the establishment will not end at you. It will go from generation to generation. It will transcend from you, Abraham, to everyone that align with your calling, Abraham. It will transcend from you, and it will cut across everyone that believes in what I am saying to you, Abraham. And I will establish my covenant between me and you, and between my seed, yes, that's where the connection comes in, and your seed in their generations. Consider the word S. In their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto you and unto thy seed after you. Child of God, in verse 8, and I will give unto you and unto your seed after you the land wherein thou art a stranger. That's where warfare comes in. So when you get into a land that it seems as if you don't know anyone, you don't understand the terrain, you don't need to be an indigene of that place. This is the covenant. You enter into a strange land. The first thing first, after bringing God in, is to war. And why do you need to war? You need to war to chase every stranger, every intruder, every negativities out of that land, so that you can possess. In other words, child of God, every sweet land that you must possess will not first of all start as a sweet land. Even after God must have spoken to you by revelation that that land is where I'm sending you to, that nation is where I'm sending you to, that local government is where I'm sending you to, that job is where I'm sending you to go and occupy.